NBA fans are extremely familiar with Shaquille O'Neal's segment on Inside the NBA, Shaq and a Fool, where he pretty much pokes fun at ridiculous NBA moments in the league. Now, if you're very familiar with this segment, you'd understand that Javale Mcgee is a regular, and if not, the reason why this series gained notoriety to begin with all the silly plays he made.
Javale Mcgee this whole play.
Oh my God.
Watch this. And I asked the question, where the hell are you going?
Well, today, Javale Mcgee may have had enough, finally standing up to Shaquille O'Neal after being a regular on his show, Shaq and a Fool. The two engaged in a very intense and dramatic Twitter beef. The beef started when Javale Mcgee tweeted at Shaq, "Get my peanuts out of your mouth," and EAD hashtag that is all. Javale then went ahead and tweeted, "Aight, y'all, I'm done responding, I think." Before tweeting, "Last thing, think about this." He woke up and I was the first thing on his mind when he made that video. That ain't weird to y'all? But bro, Shaq came out here and he started slinging haymakers, responding to Mcgee. "Now since you on a good team, you want to act like you a player. Now stop it. You will only be remembered for Shaq and a Fool. Hashtag bumass." Javale would respond by saying, "Forget being on a good team. I'm a grown man. You've just had these nuts in your mouth for 5 to 6 years now. You thought I was just gonna stay silent?" Shaq then responded to Javale by saying, "Don't be acting like you a G. I'll smack the shit out of your bum ass. You the one that be looking stupid with your dumb ass. Hashtag bumass." Javale finally concluded the beef by saying, "Oh, we threatening people now. Kick rocks, you old bastard. You ain't gonna do shit. That's on my mama. Stick to cooning." Shaq's final response to Javale Mcgee was, "We're gonna see how tough you are when I see your ass. Hashtag bumass Mcgee. Hashtag bums acting like they players. Hashtag clown ass ballers. Hashtag you need more people." Now, I'm gonna give my own 2 cents on the subject because personally I am a die-hard Shaq fan, but even I think that Shaquille O'Neal is definitely bullying Javale Mcgee. Now, I want to get your impressions on this subject, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this matter, but we're not done yet. We also have some responses from Steve Kerr and Kevin Durant on the matter.
Yeah, Javale, he works extremely hard. He's coming here and doing so much for us as a player. He only wants to be respected just like anybody else, and I understand that Shaq works for a company that wants him to do that type of stuff and make fun of players. It's cool and funny, but when you just keep doing it time and time again for no reason, and then a guy actually disagrees with you and you threaten him, I ain't no cops can threaten civilians like that. So, it's definitely childish, but that's what they want from these stars and these retired players is to feud with the guys that's playing now and make arguments and disagreements. But if I was Javale, I'd feel the same way. It's childish.
Steve said it was, it had the potential to kind of mess up his money a little bit.
It has. I think Shaq wants to make a joke about it, but if it was him in that position, he would feel the same way. You know what I mean? And we would call him a bum and all this just because you're such a great player, obviously. But still, everybody can't beat Shaq. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make his money and enjoy the game of basketball. And this perception of him now is that he's a dumb player because he makes mistakes out on the court. Shaq was a shitty free throw shooter. He missed dunks. He airballed free throws. He can't shoot. He couldn't shoot outside the paint. He's bigger than everybody. He didn't have any skill, but he was big and stronger than everybody. And he's still a great player, but you had your flaws too as a player. And he played on 5 or 6 teams too, so it's not like he was just this perfect, center. You had your flaws too. So, like I said, I ain't no cops can go on TV and go on Twitter and threaten civilians like that. And I'm glad you're very childish.
Did you know Javale before this year?
Yeah, I knew him.
Because I think a lot of people who didn't know him here, I think would say that when they get a chance to meet him, the perception of him is different. A lot of that comes from stuff that highlights on TV. So.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't see when he dunks on somebody or he blocks a shot in the stands.
Wondering if you had an opinion on the Javale Mcgee Shaq thing. I mean, Shaq's obviously kind of made a name with this Shaq in a pool thing, but Javale clearly has taken it personally, and it got to another level last night on Twitter with the back and forth. Just your opinion on that whole thing overall.
Well, Javale has been fantastic for us, as a player, as a teammate. Fantastic guy. He's funny. He's fun to be around. He does his job. He's a total pro. I don't blame him for being frustrated. Shaq's been picking on him for years and years and years, and I think Javale, rightfully so, gets frustrated. It's like it never ends. And it's one thing to just have a little fun, but I think you can go a little bit over the top. And, so it's one of those things. And you think about Javale's career. I mean, when you're in this position where somebody on national TV is making fun of you night after night, it's not the greatest thing for your reputation. I can tell you, I had a preconceived notion of Javale before he got here that turned out to be totally false, and a lot of that was because of what goes on with Shaq and a fool. So it's unfortunate. It's kind of the way this whole thing is played out. I understand what happened last night. I saw Raymond told me about it, and it's too bad. Hopefully we can put an end to it, move on, and play basketball.
Are you glad there was no Twitter when you were playing?
At the end of the day, do you think JaVale McGee is justified in the way he's feeling, or should he man up? Do you think Shaq is bullying the guy, or do you think Shaq is standing his ground? Let me know in the comment section down below. And guys, thank you so much for your support. If you want to stay connected with all the latest NBA news and with what I'm doing, be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat in the description down below. Drop a like on this video and subscribe and hit that notification button to stay updated as to when I drop a new video.